Good afternoon. My name is Mark Rowe, and I'm a member of the Squeezing Historical Society, who have an archives that serves all of Halton Hills in the Halton Hills Public Library in the Georgetown branch, where I am now. And today I'm going to tell you a little story that is recorded in our archives and augment the story with a couple of photographs, because the Squeezing Historical Society has a very large photograph collection of historic photographs and contemporary photographs from all across Halton Hills. So I'm going to tell you the story of an aeroplane. And here's a picture of the aeroplane. And this is from our archives. And this aeroplane was from 1917. So as you can imagine, in 1917, an aeroplane was quite a novelty to see it. So you'll also remember your history that in 1917 Canada was at war with Germany and on the side of Britain. And after 1917, we also had the help of the Americans who had joined into the war effort. So when they joined into the war effort, quite often they would send up potential pilots to be trained at the as flyers for the Royal Canadian Flying Corps. And it's rumored that this plane, which landed in Georgetown, was flown by Cadet Skidmore, and it's rumored that he was an American. Anyways, we know that he was flying from Stratford to Toronto. And the plane had been spotted over Acton, and everyone looked at it. However, when he was flying towards Georgetown, he realized he was running low on gas. So he decided to land. So he picked a field on the outskirts of Georgetown and landed on the farm of James Moore. And he landed successfully and took his fuel container and walked down to the village to load up on gasoline and bring it back and refuel the plane. So while he was gone, of course, a large crowd of spectators gathered to see this flying machine close up. And here's a picture of the flying machine with all the crowd gathered around it and having a look at this marvel of modern technology. So when the fuel had been put into the airplane, Cadet Skidmore told everyone to stand back, and he was going to take off. So he turned the airplane into the wind and started to take off over the field, but unfortunately could not get enough lift. So he immediately decided to turn the plane around and to go the other direction. However, the crowd of people had slowly closed in behind the plane, thinking it would be able to take off. So when he quickly turned the plane, he was running into the crowd, and the crowd immediately hit the ground, a lot of them, so they avoided the wings as he kept going. And because as you can imagine, those planes are very difficult to stop in those days. And he kind of knocked down with the wings, mostly children who were watching. But unfortunately, Mrs. Cleave was watching as well, and she was directly in the line of the plane and was struck by the propeller and run over by the airplane and killed. So, tragic event, and the plane just, he cut the engine, and it kind of rolled down the hill and ran into a stump fence. Whereupon the constable was called, and Cadet Skidmore was arrested and locked up in the Georgetown jail. An inquest was held into the death of Mrs. Cleave, and it was determined that it was an accident, and Cadet Skidmore was advised to make sure that all the crowds were well back before the airplane took off in the future. And that's the story of this airplane on the James Moore Farm. So the James Moore Farm was later developed and is now called Moore Park in Georgetown. And that's the very spot where this accident happened on November the 13th, 1917. Thank you.